What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It is your girl, your diva and knowledge, Lady Mocha. Represent Mocha's Cafe de Paris, so I'm always going to serve you wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual awareness. What's up, everybody? Hope y'all having a wonderful weekend thus far. Hope your Saturday is going well, despite any issues or any problems you have throughout the week. Just enjoy your weekend. Whatever happened, leave it in the past. You got to move forward. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I felt it was imperative that I did this particular recipe. What's up, Nadia? And what's up to everybody who's coming into the chat? I know it's very sudden. I didn't prepare anybody. I didn't have this plan. The way my schedule is, I cannot plan live streams anymore because I'm in a very demanding career as a correctional officer. So I really don't have the same, I don't have a lot of time to really just plan things. I got to kind of do things on the whim, which is kind of frustrating because I can't do my live panels accordingly like I would like, but that just comes with the territory. So I wanted to get into this particular issue because there was a certain individual. I was listening to his live stream. Well, not his live stream, but actually an upload that he had posted on his channel talking about women. Basically, these women in the industry who hit the wall once they get a certain age. And one of the celebrities that he was talking about was singer Kelis. And for those of you who are not familiar with Kelis, Kelis was an R&B singer. She was pretty popular, I'll say probably in the middle 90s or early 2000s. And she was married to Nas for a couple of years, and they had a son together. And basically, everybody knows when they divorced went public, it was very messy. She told a lot of things that had transpired between her and Nas. She basically, told us information. She shared information to the world that a lot of people didn't have any clue about. Nobody knew that Nas was abusive. Nas was verbally, mentally abusive, and he drank a lot. And all of us have demons in our closet. Now, this is not to say that what she's saying is 100% accurate or 100% truthful about Nas, but I notice a lot of men, especially, are giving Kelis a lot of heat. A lot of them are basically saying, that she tried to ruin Nas, that she basically, is bitter because her career was at a downfall. Basically, she's not the hottest commodity in the industry. So basically, they're giving her a lot of heat because the guy that she's with now is nowhere on the level of Nas. As a matter of fact, he's a Caucasian male, and on top of that, he's just a photographer. So a lot of people are kind of clowning her and clowning Kelis and basically saying she downgraded from going from Nas, this multi-millionaire rapper, to now she's with this Caucasian guy that's a photographer. So, and everybody else's eyesight is like a major downgrade for her. They look at it like, okay, you picked a struggle strag dude. You went from that to Nas. That's like going from, basically a Bentley to now, Toyota Camry. Everybody's looking at it like, damn, that's the best you can do. And basically, a lot of people is pretty much down on her for her decision with the new guy that she's with. And Kelis does not seem to be bothered at all. She has two children from this guy, and she seems like she's happy. She seems like she's in a better place. When she was with Nas, basically, it wasn't all what people thought it was. Everybody felt like when she was with Nas, she was with the king of the crop. And, everybody's looking at her sideways, like, how you went from that to this. And it's a lot of women in the industry. They are not picking other men from the industry. Everybody can't be like Beyonce, okay? A lot of these chicks in the industry are getting a lot of heat or catching a lot of heat because they are leveling down. They're not getting with men on their level. Everybody's clowning Keisha Cole for the fact that she decided to get her a junior. She decided to get her have a child from a child. Legally he's an adult, but he's still a child compared to Keisha Cole's age. Keisha Cole is what, 38, and her baby daddy is 23. So a lot of people clowning her for that. A lot of people, gave who else? This is a couple of women in the industry that got Nicki Minaj. A lot of people giving Nicki Minaj a lot of heat because she decided to get pregnant from a non-select dude, from that's not in the industry. So it's a lot of women in the industry that are stars, that are celebrities. They are downgrading. They're not getting men on their level. And a lot of these women are getting compared to Beyonce. A lot of people saying, well, Beyonce made a wise choice. She didn't do like these other industry chicks did. She got her a man that's on her level. If anything, he's beyond her level due to the fact that Jay-Z, Mr. Sean Carter, has been in the game way more than Beyonce was. Beyonce was still in doggone Pampers when Jay-Z was getting into the industry. So a lot of people want to give Beyonce all his props, like she was the one of the few who had chose a man who actually is worth something. And I will say, yes, he is. She did make a wise choice. Beyonce did, unlike these other chicks in the industry, she didn't level down, she leveled up. She made sure she got her man that's on her caliber, actually beyond her caliber. And they're making their relationship, they're making their marriage work. She did things different. She got married from, she made sure she was with him for a long time before they got married. So she did things pretty much in the right way compared to what a lot of these other women did in the industry. But what a lot of people don't know was it wasn't always peaches and cream. Sooner or later it all came out that Jay-Z, even though he's with one of the baddest women in the world, it didn't stop him from cheating on her. It didn't stop him from stepping out on her. And he admitted this himself, and I give him a lot of credit for that, to come out and admit, hey, yeah, I've been out there on my wife. I did this, I did that. He didn't try to act like he was this perfect dude. He didn't have no flaws. He put it out there. And even she put it out there in her music, and she even admitted it in the song Lemonade. And the long hair Becky, whatever the hell she was talking about. So it wasn't no walk in the park for Beyonce either. And that's the thing, is that a lot of black women in the industry that are not getting with men on their level, they're getting downgraded for it. They're basically being looked down upon for not getting men on their level. And I'm going to break down all of the elements of that. Furthermore, with this issue with black women in industry that are leveling down, there are some factors that play into it. It's a reason for it. And it's not to justify, I'm not doing this content because I want people to understand why black women are leveling down, or to sympathize with why black women are leveling down. It's just to give you another perspective. Okay, so it's not one of those things where I'm trying to convince or persuade men to feel different or women to feel different about black women that are or in the industry that are leveling down. It's just to give you a different narrative on it. It's very important that we cannot be tunnel minded. You have to always look at things from more than one angle. And I think that's the problem with the black community. We want people to just focus on our narrative from our perspective in the way we perceive it. But you have to always have more than one way of looking at things. And that is what I plan on doing. And that's why I'm doing this content. Now, so the question boils down to, why are these industry chicks leveling down? Why are they not picking men on their level? Why are they reaching to the bottom of the barrel? That's the question that I plan on answering. So, with no further ado, I'm going to give y'all my first reason for why women are leveling down, like Kelis, Kelly Rowland, Nicki Minaj, Chloe Green, Britney Spears. We could go on and on and on. But the first reason is industry men aren't easy to be with. Industry men are not easy to be with, no more than industry women are easy to be with. Look at Halle Berry. As beautiful as she is, she cannot keep the same man for the life of her. Look at Vivica Fox. Cannot keep the same man for the life of them. There's plenty of beautiful women in the industry that are constantly in multiple relationships. Okay? Because you know why? They are complicated creatures. You have all of these women, even Lisa Ray, as beautiful as she is, she can't keep nobody. Okay? All of these women in the industry that are so beautiful can't keep nobody. And the reason for that is because behind the red carpet and the glamour and the beauty and the booty, it's a lot of technical difficulties. A lot of these women at the end of the day have a lot of average women issues. Doesn't matter if she has a black card, it doesn't matter if she got an EPT card. At the end of the day, all women, we are different, but at the same time, we are the same. Okay, so it does not matter. What's up, Orange Country? It does not matter how much plastic surgery they get. Okay, Jada Pickett and all these women who begin all this Botox and going to the gym, these women that you men praise and worship, they can't keep nobody in the industry. That is the same way it works with these industry men. These industry men are not easy to keep. Yes, Nas is drop dead handsome, very handsome guy. But we know Nas as the rapper. We don't know Nas as the boyfriend, as the husband, as the companion. We don't know that side of them. And that's why I take it personal when people are so quick to defend celebrities, because you don't know a goddamn thing about them and you are so quick to cape for them. We got these diehard fans that are so quick to cape, and Nas is a multi-millionaire. How dare she walk out and leave him? Or Halle Berry is so drop dead gorgeous. Or Beyonce is so beautiful. How can Jay-Z cheat on her? Y'all do not know these people to be caping for them. Okay? You don't know why. You know what I'm saying? You don't know the whole, it's a reason for everything. You're just looking at the outside of the situation. You're not inside the situation. So the reason why a lot of these women in the industry are leveling down and getting average dudes, because industry men are very complicated. I mean, look at Lil Wayne. Even though he's definitely unattractive, he looks like a gremlin. But even with all his millions underneath that, he is not cut out to be nobody's husband. He's not husband material. He's not boyfriend material. And he's not even that good looking. But even in the industry, women can't deal with Lil Wayne. He's a piece of work. What's up, Non-G Mo? Good morning. Well, no, yeah, it's good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank y'all for everybody who's coming in the chat. Industry men, just like industry women, they aren't easy to be with. Do not let the red carpet fool you. Do not let the fame, do not let the notoriety. That has nothing to do with the real person that's underneath that. Okay, that's why a lot of these people in Hollywood, why y'all think the industry, the Hollywood divorce rates are so high? If it's so wonderful being with a Jennifer Lopez, okay, why she has 7 husbands? Is, think about it, she got the beauty and she got the booty, but she done been with about 7 men. You know why? Because she's a piece of goddamn work. Underneath all of that, she's a bit much to deal with. And Jennifer Lopez done went from the average guy to being with Puff Daddy and Music Mogul. She done had them all. She done with the blacks. She done been with the whites. Now she got her. Now she's with Alex Rodriguez, a very plain looking guy, not like something you would actually picture her to be with. But I guess she's gotten to the point to where she realizes, you know what, even though I'm this glamorous industry's multi-millionaire superstar, I'm going to have to kind of level down. Now, he's not broke down as far as money now, but I think she leveled down in looks because he's not that good looking, just to be frank with you. He looks like an average. I don't know what his nationality is. Is he Hispanic? I don't know, or whatever. But um, she had to level down. Jennifer Lopez found out I got to level down. Even though I got the beauty and I got the booty, I'm not getting nowhere with these guys. I'm not getting nowhere with these backup dancers. I didn't get anywhere with Puff Daddy. I didn't get anywhere with what's the other dude? Ben Affleck. And Ben Affleck was in the industry just like her. I don't think he has the millions that she had, but he was a nice looking white guy. But guess what? It didn't make them compatible. And Ben Affleck was one of the few that Jennifer Lopez, she chased after this dude. She ran him down. For her to be this glamorous woman, she ran him down because I remember when Ben Affleck came here to my hometown, Savannah, and she found out he was here, and she flew on her private jet plane to come behind him because the relationship was on a rocky edge then. So my point is industry men are not easy to be with, and there's plenty of reasons for that. Now, before I go a little bit more into talking about how industry men aren't easy to be with, another issue I noticed that black women, we get a lot of heat for leveling down. And I agree to a big degree that a lot of us are settling. So I can't 100% go against that because the truth is, a lot of black women, we are leveling down. But this is another thing I noticed. When we level up, there's still an issue. For instance, when Sierra leveled up and left Future because she saw there was no future being with Future, after she had his child and she got with Russell Wilson, people still was talking bad about Sierra. Like, how you gonna level up? So my thing is, if she would have stayed with Future and had two, three, four more children, would people have still respected Sierra? No, but because Sierra found out after having one child, okay, I see this is a no go situation. So I'm gonna have to leave Future and walk away from him and raise the child on my own and move on without him because I see I'm not going to get anywhere. Um, a lot of people they shaded her like, you know, who are you to level up? Just 1 second, everybody. Okay, y'all, I'm back. As I was stating, I wanted this is the thing, even when females level up, like what Sierra did, even when females level up, the problem is being a black woman. Once people feel like you have tainted yourself, they don't feel like we deserve the right to recover. They don't feel like we're supposed to upgrade. They don't feel like, okay, we're supposed to learn and better ourselves. It's like the moment a black woman makes a poor decision, she's automatically she she's basically banned for life. She loses her credentials of being a black woman with value and substance. You know what I'm saying? So anyhow, I'll call you back when it comes. Okay, so anyway, back to the subject at hand. We want to talk about, why these women in the industry are downgrading. Why are they downgrading? As I was speaking before, I was talking about Kelis and I was talking about Nas, how a lot of people was giving Kelis a lot of heat. They was dragging Kelis through the mud, basically, saying she done hit the wall, she's old, she's tired, she's this, she's that. That's the reason, why, she couldn't be on Nas's level and this and this things and that of that nature. So anyway, as I was saying, we give people too much credit in the industry. Why do we think because Nas is this multi-millionaire rapper, he's not a man with issues? Same thing like all of these women that men praise. They look at these women like Nia Long. Like Nia Long said, she doesn't ever want to be married. Okay, y'all was praising Jada Pickett for years before this scandal came out with Augustus Alsina. When this scandal came out, now everybody's looking at Jada Pickett with the side eye. And this is the thing about the industry. A lot of these celebrities that we praise and we value, they have a lot of demonic issues behind closed doors. So I'm not saying that Kelis didn't do anything wrong, and nowhere am I siding with her and saying that um Kelis is more right and Nas is more wrong. I really can't say who's right or who's wrong. Really, none of us can't because none of us was in that marriage. Only Nas and Kelis know between the both of them who was really at fault. And usually when a marriage ends, when a marriage finally comes to an ending, it's normally not because of just one person. Okay? It's never just a man's fault. It's never just a woman's fault. It's usually a series of things that took place for a marriage to finally come to an abrupt end. So that's my first point. Industry men aren't easy, just like industry women aren't easy. The second reason is why a lot of these women are leveling down, these industry women, is because industry dudes are hard to get. They are hard to get. Not only are industry men hard to get, but they damn sure are hard to keep. You look at all these athletes, these basketball players, these football players, these rappers that's in the industry, these record producers, these executive directors, these men in the industry, they are hard to get and they are hard to keep. And the reason for that is because they have so many choices. You are not the only woman standing in line. Trust and believe Kelis was not the only woman standing in line. You know how many women want Nas? You know how many women probably was hitting on Nas, checking for Nas, and we really don't know if he was 100% faithful. Men in the industry, being a man in the industry is basically like being a kid in a candy store. You got all this variety to choose from. You got all of these women to choose from. And when you have so much of variety, it makes it hard for you to be consistent. Some of these men in the industry on a fourth or fifth baby mama, on a fourth or fifth wife. Just like you got some women in the industry, like I mentioned before, Vivica Fox, Lisa Ray, Nia Long, Jada Pickett, Holly Berry, Mariah Carey, all these beautiful women that have not been able to be with the same man. Even with all their millions, And like I said, with all the beauty and all the booty, they still can't keep anybody because, again, y'all just looking at the presentation. Underneath that, you don't know what you're up against when what these people really are until you deal with them up close and personally. So we can't be giving these celebrities all of this credit. I don't care if Nas is a millionaire. I don't care if Holly Berry is a millionaire. That does not mean they make good mates. They make companions. Because these celebrities, they all got a lot of personal demons. Some of them, they are undercover alcoholics. I heard Mariah Carey is an alcoholic. I heard Jada Pinkett is an alcoholic. Some of these celebrities are very promiscuous. Some of these celebrities have sexual addictions. Just like Holly Berry ex-husband, Eric Benet, he has sexual addiction. The way he sings and the way he carries himself, no woman would ever think the man that carries himself so humble like him had them kind of issues, but he did. And Holly Berry couldn't handle it. She couldn't deal with him being a sex addict, and he even admitted he was a sex addict. Nobody would have thought that. So we can't be giving these celebrities all type of recognition. As I was saying, industry dudes are hard to get, and this is the reason why you have women like Keisha Cole and females like you know the other who's other was I saying? Yeah, Kelis and Chloe Green. That's the one who's with that multi-million she's the one that was connected with that guy who was locked up in prison and became a model when he got out of prison because his mugshot went viral and he left his wife. I mean, she decided to get with an inmate. She when she's been around money all her life. Her father is a billionaire. And she went from a billionaire, you know what I'm saying, to inmate. That's what she chose, and that's who she chose to have a baby from. Her first child is from an inmate who was already married when she met him. So she definitely took a major level down. And it's a reason for that. You can't think because a woman is in the industry, she's automatically compatible with other men in the industry. Everybody looks at Nicki Minaj with her, pedophile Pookie. And, she's been catching a lot of flack. I'm not going to lie because I talked about it. I was one of them. But the truth is, Nicki Minaj, she cannot get any men in the industry. She can't. Meek Mill was the last probably was the last of the pick that she could choose from. And what y'all have to understand when it comes to the industry is like one big neighborhood. It's kind of like when you've been living on the same street for years, you know your neighbor next door, you know your neighbor on the left of you, you know your neighbor on the right of you, and you know your neighbor in front of you, especially when you all have been on the same street for a long, substantial amount of time. That is how the industry works. The industry is not as big as people think, meaning that a lot of people know a whole lot about other people. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these guys in the industry, they already heard about these women in the industry, or they've dealt with them long enough to know, oh, this ain't the kind of woman I want to marry, or this ain't the kind of woman I want to be with. For instance, Nicki Minaj has been around all kind of millionaires. She did not have to resort to picking up a Pookie. But probably the problem was none of the guys in the industry was checking for her. And that's the biggest issue that a lot of men are not understanding. A lot of black women are catching a lot of heat with the fact they're being told you can't level up. But the problem is, if she tries to level up, that does not mean a man of value and substance is going to accept her. That is the whole issue. Everybody keeps saying, oh, all this money you got, oh, you a star, you this, you that. You don't need to be leveling down. You need to level up. But if the dudes that are on the up and up aren't willing to give you that chance, then guess what? You got to settle. You got to take what's left or either be single. Yeah, Nikki could have got any man she wanted. But the problem is, who's to say they wanted her like that? That's the problem. Who's to say they wanted Nikki like that? Because see, we know Nikki the star. We don't know the real Nikki that you take out and you go to dinner with her. Half of these guys who probably was talking to Nikki or dated Nikki, once they got to sit down and talk with her personally, once they got past the Tupperware booty, once they got past the different color wigs, once they got to really sit down and hold a conversation, they saw underneath all of that that there's some type of dysfunction, there's some type of issue. That's why a lot of these guys in the industry really wasn't trying to get up with her like that. And she knows this. Nikki tried to get with Nas. That didn't work. I guarantee you, once her and Nas sat down and had a conversation, Nas probably saw right through it like, nah, this is a bird brain. I done already went through it with Kelis. I'm not about to go and deal with another bird brain. I done already experienced that. So a lot of these guys in the industry, they already know about these women that these average guys be praising and worshiping. Women y'all think that can do so much better, that deserve so much better. The men in the industry, they already know too much about them. Like, nah, yeah, she looks good and everything, but I done already heard about her. I heard she's insecure, she's overbearing, she's controlling. I done heard too much issues that she got that I don't want to deal with. Because the industry is one big circle. By the time you date 2 or 3 rappers, you done dated half the industry right there. You done dated half the industry. Like I said, Nicki Minaj has the few guys that she have talked to, they done already heard about her. So by the time they got to her or got to meet her, they're already, a bad taste was already put in their mouth based on other guys who probably done already dated her in the industry. You got to realize everybody in the industry, they travel the same places. They are in the same circles. They work together. They know of one another. They know a lot about each other. That's why you won't always see people in the industry automatically hooking up with people in the industry, because the industry is like one big circle. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody done heard about everybody. That's just the way it is. Non-GMO says many people in the industry portray being rich. Many are in debt and in the studios. For example, when Sammy Davis Jr. died, the studio evicted his wife from their home and she went on welfare. Absolutely. That's the truth, non-GMO. We give these celebrities too much credit. You know what I'm saying? We want to sit up here and think that they rich, they multi-millionaires, and how dare she leave this millionaire rapper? How dare she downgrade him and get with a guy that works at, he's a manager of Popeyes? Or how dare he leaves this beautiful woman and downgrades and get with an average woman? It has happened. It has happened to men also. There's been some male athletes who have left beautiful women to be with average women. That has happened as well, because some of these guys realize that dealing with these women in the industry is not easy. Women in the industry, they got high expectations. That's why Nick Cannon left Mariah. He couldn't deal with her being possessive and trying to control him. You have a lot of women in the industry that are a piece of work and they are very possessive. They won't let a man be a man. They think they could run a man with their money, with their fame, with their fortune. And it may work for a little while, but after a while, it's like, damn, I don't care if she bought me a Porsche. I don't care if she got us living in a big old penthouse. This chick is possessive. She's insecure. She's a piece of work. I just don't want to deal with her. And I'm sure I'm sure the studio is making a killing off of the majority of these celebrities. I'm quite certain of that. Another reason why women are leveling down is this too. Women have discovered being with the man in the industry isn't all of what it's cracked up to be. Everybody wants a millionaire. Everybody wants to be with this beautiful woman on the red carpet. Everybody wants to be with a Holly Berry. Everybody wants to be with a Nia Long. Everybody wants to be with a Vivica Fox or Lisa Ray. Then when you get with these kind of women and you find out how they really are behind the booty and the beauty, it's like you're not even fascinated by them anymore, because you realize that what you see is not always what the hell you get. A lot, as I stated, and again, this is not to make anybody sympathize with Kelis, or to make anybody, sympathize with her, but being with Nas, maybe she discovered there's way more to being with a rapper than what she had bargained for. A lot of women who claim they want to be with men who got money, when they get with men who have money, they find out it's a lot that comes with that territory. All of these women who trying to find a man to secure the bag with, they want a man of high value, of high prestige. They want a billionaire, millionaire. They get with these men to find out it's not all glitz and glamour. A lot of these men, they know they are of value because of their fame, because of their fortune, and it gives them a pass in mistreating women. You have some men that are like that. You have some men that feel like because I'm this big time rapper, I'm this big time athlete, and I make these millions, I drive these kind of cars, I make this kind of money, I can treat you like Mississippi garbage. And you have some women in the industry that are the same way. Oh, because every man wants me, every man wants to be with me, I can treat you like trash. Because at the end of the day, I make you look good. I can have any man I want. Then when you get tired of this woman disrespecting you and treating you like you a servant or you a second class citizen, now you want to leave the picture. That's what Safari did with Nicki Minaj. A lot of people couldn't understand. Safari was not on Nicki level and he left her anyway. A lot of people couldn't understand that. How could he leave Nicki? How could he leave this millionaire? Like he said, at the end of the day, his respect was more important than the benefits that he had, as far as the benefits that he was getting as far as being Nicki Minaj's man. He said, I left because I got tired of being treated like I was an employee instead of being treated like I was her man. And I'm like, I have to give him 100% respect on that, because a lot of people will stay in toxic relationships just because they don't want to lose the benefits, just because they don't want to lose the perks, the VIP, the limousines, the red carpet royal treatment. Lot of them, a lot of people will stay, and especially women do it all day. A woman will stay miserable with a millionaire before she find peace with a half broke dude that's treating her nice, making her feel special, treating her like a woman, making her feel relevant. And that is the point that I'm making. The reason why a lot of women are leveling down, what you consider leveling down is not necessarily leveling down. For instance, a woman could be dating two guys, okay? She could be with this millionaire dude that's high profile status, makes a lot of money. This man is well off. If she ever gets with him, she will never want for anything. She will never struggle for anything because he's well established. Then you have this other guy over here. No, he's not a mega millionaire, but he does work hard. He owns his own little carpentry company where he repairs cabinets and he remodels kitchens and stuff. And yeah, he don't make the millions like dude over here does, but he treats her with kindness. He treats her with respect. He makes her feel like she's relevant. He calls her, checks on her. How you doing? How was your day? This millionaire, mega million athlete, he don't call and check on her to see if she's okay, to see if she needs anything. He don't feel like he has to do that because he's this mega million star. I don't have to do that. He don't feel like he got to go the extra mile to prove his love because his ego is already out there just because of who he is and what he has. This guy, on the other hand, yeah, he ain't got all of what this guy got, but because he's in the struggle, he knows how to humble himself, and he knows how to make a woman feel good about herself because he know what it's like to be in a struggle. And see, he has that kind of time to let her know that, to make her feel special, to make her feel important. The millionaire dude on the other time, he ain't got time to always let the woman know how special she is because he's always traveling, he's always on the road, he's always in the studio laying down tracks. If not, he has his little mistresses on the side that he deals with when he goes out of town and travel or whatever. It's just that's what I'm saying. You can't, leveling down is not the same thing to everybody. Yeah, in all of y'all eyes, y'all look like to y'all it looks like Kelis leveled down. To y'all it looks like she leveled down because she went from this multi-millionaire Nas to this photographer. But in her mind, she may don't feel like she leveled down because she ain't got to go through with this guy what she went through with Nas. And am I saying Nas was a terrible guy? No. Am I saying Kelis was such a wonderful woman that Nas should have kissed her ass and dealt with her no matter what? No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is Kelis might have found a different kind of peace with this guy that she did not get with Nas. For instance, let me ask some of you guys in this chat room. What's up, Tom Malone? Let me ask you guys this. Have you ever finally conquered a woman who was drop dead beautiful? I mean, you was trying to get this woman for a long time. You've been checking for her. You've been trying to get with her. You've been trying to get at her. And it took you a long time to conquer this woman. You know what I'm saying? You kept asking out on dates. You kept offering to take out a dinner, take out a lunch. She kept dodging you for a long time. No, I'm not interested. No, I'm busy. I got this, I got that to do. She kept giving you a hard time. Finally, she decides to give you that break. After you've been running her down for months now, okay? I guess her man, they broke up or whatever the case is, or either she's down on her luck. Now she wants to talk to you, right? So let's say you finally got with this beautiful woman. Y'all dating, everything going cool, everything going grand, and you got this beautiful woman on your arms. You got your homeboys praising you. Man, where did you get that from? She's a baddie. She's this, she's that. Okay, so you got you this, this beautiful chick. You find out after being with her for like a month or two that the chick is crazy. She's possessive. She's insecure. She's clingy. Every move you make, she wants to be there with you. Now you finding out, damn, had I known this, I would have left her crazy ass alone. I have some brothers in here who's willing to testify and let a sister know. Have you experienced this? Had you met you a baddie and find out she crazy as hell? Okay, I got one that admitted it. Mr. Tone Malone, appreciate you, sir, for testifying your conviction. It happens. Okay, Don Borsellini. Okay, I got another brother who's willing to testify at the altar. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Okay, so with that being said, thank you to my brothers for testifying. With that being said, as good as she looks, go down memory lane, because I'm gonna pick with y'all brain for a second. As good as she looks, would you go back with her today if she called you right now? If she called you at this second, would you get back with her? Don Bossellini, would you get back with that crazy, beautiful woman? What about you, Tone Malone? What about you, Non-GMO? I need some brothers to testify. What about you, Bugs in any? I need some brothers to testify. Please come to the altar and speak your confessions. I need y'all to testify. Did you get with a baddie who was batshit crazy? Okay, I got some brothers in here testifying. I appreciate it. Now, this goes to my next question. What's up, Kayla? How you doing? Kayla says, men got to stop falling for a fat behind and pretty face and judge women on their character. Thank you. Thank you. We got a sister for testifying. Okay, now, this is the statement I want to make for all of my brothers who just testified. Being that y'all just admitted to me that you met a beautiful woman and only find out she's batshit crazy, you just said you will not go back with her. Okay, so what makes you think women in the industry have not dealt with batshit crazy ass dudes? What makes you think Nas is not a dysfunctional dude underneath all those prophetic lyrics he be speaking? What makes you think Kelis should have been so happy to stay there? Y'all don't know him. Am I saying it's all his fault? No, I'm not giving Kelis a pass because I believe she's batshit crazy too. I believe both of them was crazy in their own twisted ass dysfunctional way, which is why the marriage did not work out. So I say all that to say this. Why are we up here thinking somebody done leveled down? Because they probably didn't level down. If anything, they left a dysfunctional ass situation. Guess what? Okay, let me tell you guys something. Let me ask you guys another question. Half of y'all might lie on this one, but I'm gonna ask y'all guys this question. All right, say you got two women, all right, that you're talking to. You're dealing with two different females. Now, I'm gonna bring you back to your batshit crazy, beautiful ex that a lot of y'all just admitted that y'all wouldn't go back to. Let's say you got her. Y'all still cool with each other. Y'all still talking. Y'all still friends, okay? And let's say now you got this other chick. She don't look nothing like the crazy batshit chick. She don't look nothing like her. She's an average woman. She's not drop dead gorgeous. She don't have the big booty and all this and that. And she's not ugly. Because I understand looks does matter. So I will say she's an average looking chick, okay? But she's more attentive to you. She'll call and check on you, ask you how your day was. She'll ask you, did you eat anything today? If not, I can make you a plate of food and bring it to you. She's always, just calling you just to check on you. It's not always about a date. It's not always about wanting something. Who most likely you gonna deal with? You gonna deal with the average chick that act like she has a lot more compassion for you, or you gonna deal with the batshit crazy chick who don't show no type of compassion, but she fine as hell and she got a certified doctor's degree in giving head. What you gonna deal with? Bugs. I agree with that, Bugs. That's why I say I'm not giving Kelis a pass. But what I'm saying is a lot of people saying she leveled down, but we really don't know what the both of them have gone through. We really don't know that. Non-GMO says some beautiful women have mental issues as well as hygiene issues. Hmm. Very interesting point, non-GMO. Thank you for sharing that information. I know a lot of beautiful women that are crazy because I'm friends with half of them. Real pretty women, well dressed, drive nice cars, but batshit crazy. Okay. I never deal with more than one woman at a time. Never. Okay, got you. I say the average woman who's respectful all day. Okay, so I get you guys. I ain't gonna taunt y'all no more with too many questions, but that's just my point. The reason I asked y'all that is because we fight. It's the overall point that I'm making is that looks, fortune, and fame isn't everything. Once you have gotten to meet the real person underneath all of that, and they dysfunction has been exposed, all of their issues have been exposed. None of that does not matter to you. You can get with a very beautiful woman and find out when she gets drunk, she will screw anybody. She don't know how to handle her liquor. She drinks like a fish. Or you may have a beautiful woman who likes to physically put her hands on you. Who when she snaps or can't have her way, she wants to physically fight you. This is stuff that a lot of men have suffered and gone through. You know what I'm saying? So that's my point. Just because you leave a beautiful chick and you get with an average chick that's more respectful, that does not mean you leveled down. That means you trying to find your peace. You searching for peace. That's the problem with a lot of black men and black women. We're too busy looking for preference instead of looking for somebody that's going to bring you peace. That's the problem. And it's black women that do it too. They're so busy focusing on the type that they're not looking at who's going to be compatible for your peace of mind. You're looking at how good he looks. You're looking at how much money he makes. But then when you get with this dude and you done got used to him spending money on you, you done got used to him, splurging and all this and that, you find out underneath it, he's a straight asshole. He has no respect for you. He does not appreciate you. He does not value you. He's a male Jezebel. He's going around screwing every Keisha, Kiki, and Nene. It's a lot that comes with that territory. You want to deal with a man that got a lot of money, so much is given, much is required. It's going to be some other stuff you're going to have to go through. You want a man that's going to make you secure the bag? Okay, that's fine, but it's going to be stuff you're going to have to deal with. He may be a womanizer. He may be controlling. He gives you money all the time, but guess what? You can only spend that money when he's in your presence. You can't just go where you want to go. You can't just go with your friends and hang out and have a girls' night. No, because he's this multi-millionaire and he's taking care of you, give you all this money. He wants you to stay home and be barefoot and pregnant. Because at the end of the day, you so threatened by the other women who want him, who can possibly get the life that you live in. So you would rather stay with a millionaire and be miserable than to get with an average guy who may not have all the money, but he allows you to be yourself. He allows you to go out and have fun, within reason. He allows you to be a woman. Everybody wants somebody with money, but then when you get with that person who has money, you find out it ain't all what you thought it was. Yeah, we got this big old beautiful house, but hell, he never damn here to share it with me. Yeah, he got these 3, 4, 5 cars, but his ass ain't never home for us to ride together and do things together like a husband and a wife should do. Yeah, he gave me this black platinum card. Well, what's the purpose of me buying all these Prada bags and all this sexy, expensive lingerie from Victoria's Secret when he ain't never home to even see me in it? Because he's always traveling. He's always on the road. It's a lot that comes with it. So women, you got to be careful wanting to only pursue men with money. You get that, you find out it ain't all what you thought it was. Then you one of those beautiful millionaire women who end up screwing the gardener because the gardener around more than he is. Or you screwing the man who's the damn chauffeur, you end up screwing him because them the only men that be around you more than your millionaire husband. How you think a lot of these millionaire women be sleeping with the gardener, sleeping with the lawn, the man who cuts the lawn, or sleeping with the contractor, the men who come by the house to do construction work. That's how this happens. It's not all what it's cracked up to be. That's why some women are leveling down. They like, damn, that millionaire bullshit. It's too much dealing with a millionaire. I got to fight these groupies off of him. Every time I check his phone, it's all of these women sending naked pictures. All of these women DMing him, showing their tits, showing their butts. A lot of women, they can't take all that. It's not easy. It takes a special kind of woman to be with a man of that on that level. Now, all women are not built to be with industry dudes. It takes a whole lot of woman, and I ain't talking about no 300-400 pound woman. It takes a whole lot of woman, meaning you got to be strong. You can't be insecure. It's a lot that comes with that. Yep, sleeping with the milkman. Always love women who don't talk, might make too much noise when they come in the room. Okay, Carlos, I'm the same way. I don't like guys that's very loud and obnoxious. I never have. I've always been into well reserved guys who's kind of quiet and low key, who's not always drawing attention, trying to be seen. What's up, entanglement? Tighten. And she'll be the ratchet baby mama stressing you out and take you to the cleaners in divorce in child support court. Yep. Many women that drive nice cars seem to want some men to pay for it along with their bills. Yep, you have those too, and that's not working because a lot of men are not putting themselves out there like they used to. So a lot of these women are finding out they're gonna have to work. They're gonna have to provide their own materialistic lifestyle because men are caught on, and men aren't simping as much as they used to. You have a few simps, but the simp population has declined. A lot of guys ain't doing that no more, from what I heard. I ain't been in a dating scene in 20 years, but from what I heard, all the single women telling me ain't too many, the simping population is declining. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Everybody talking about, oh, you need to level up, level up, level up. It's a lot when you got to deal with somebody in the industry. You know what I'm saying? So, and Kelis mine, yeah, she's with a photographer. She's not with Nas, but the photographer, she probably got more peace in a relationship with him than she did with Nas. And again, this isn't because I'm co-signing on Kelis, because I'm pretty sure Kelis has some dysfunctional character traits as well. So I'm not saying that Nas is the bad guy and we should sympathize with Kelis. No, what I'm saying is sometimes you find out the grass ain't greener. And it goes both ways. You got these millionaire women that done been left. Oprah can't get no man. Oprah done had the same man for years, Stedman. No other man wants her with all of her millions. Stedman, he wasn't always faithful to her. Stedman had a child on her when her and him are open together. Stedman has a daughter. I know a lot of y'all probably don't know that, but yeah. Kayla says, I take an average lover man over a wealthy, hot liar and cheater any day. And you know what, Kayla? I agree with you on that. And this is the thing, there's this misconception that black women only want men who have money. But I can't speak for all sisters, but I can say from my own perspective is that you think that's what you want, and then when you get it, you find out it's way more that comes with it that you're not willing to deal with. You know, I've dealt with. I remember, and I think most women at some point in time has had that perception. Oh, he has to have a nice car, has to have a nice house, has to have nice shoes. Don't get me wrong, until you mature and you woman up and you learn, you'll think little girlish like that. You'll look for stuff like that. You will look for the wrong things in a man. I've been there. I can't knock these sisters because I've done it. I'm guilty. If a man came up to me with busted ass shoes on, it was already turned off. Nothing he said mattered. If his shoes was talking to me before he was, nothing he said had to matter. It didn't matter. That's how small that's how small my mind was. If a guy had on raggedy shoes, I wasn't interested in him. Now, as I got older, I realized the guy with the raggedy shoes, that is the man I'd rather talk to. If those shoes are raggedy from him working all goddamn day long, then guess what? I don't mind his shoes talking to me because I know that money gonna be talking to me, and I know he's handling business. Now, I don't look at the guys with the nice shoes. I look at the work boots. I look at the dirty shoes with the paint on it. Okay, he's a painter. He paints. Okay, he's a roofer. He got on roofing boots. Like my husband, for instance, he has his own roofing company. My husband looks dirty and dingy when he on the street all the time. He's not a clean cut guy unless me and him, unless he's not working that day and we going out, we're going to see family. Then he's dressed up. He looks totally different. But on the regular, he's a dingy dude. My husband practically looks homeless. If you don't know him, you would think that. You would think he's a scrub because my husband drives his old raggedy work truck more than his car. So a woman in the street may see him and look and size him up and look at him like he's a scrub, he's a nobody, not even knowing he owns his own company and he works a lot. You're gonna catch him more in his work clothes than you will see him in his regular clothes. He does not have time to be pretty boy Floyd all day long because he owns his own roofing company. So as you become a woman, you understand this. But as a little girl, you don't think that way. As a little girl, you're looking at, oh, he got a brand new car. He pushing a 2020. Yeah, and he may be living with his mama. That's why he's pushing that 2020. Age comes with knowledge. As you become older, you look at things different. And that's why I teach my daughter. Just because a man clean cut all day, that don't mean he's secure in the bag. He could be a drug boy. That's why he got all day to be clean. Because he don't work nobody 9 to 5. He working street corners. Or he's a pretty boy Floyd because he lives off of women. He's used to women taking care of him. But you need to be paying attention to. Pay attention to the guy that has on a construction uniform, wearing a construction hat, driving the 18-wheeler truck. Them the men you need to be looking at, not what type of Jordans he's wearing, not what type of polo shirts he's wearing. Like I said, age comes with knowledge. So back to my point, it's not always about leveling down. You sometimes you want somebody that's gonna contribute to your piece. Like I asked all of you guys in here earlier, and I'm glad all of y'all, all of the men in here, y'all was honest. One thing I will say, men are more honest than women are. So the men in here admit it. They was with beautiful women who they found out was crazy. And no, they would never go back to that woman. They would be with an average woman that's easy to deal with first. You know why? Because you find out as you get older that peace is more important than your image. Yeah, I got this fine, beautiful woman on my arms, but she crazy as hell. She disrespectful. She ratchet. She comes out her mouth all kind of way. And she thinks because she looks good that I'm supposed to worship the ground that she walks on. She feels like she can challenge my manhood because she has the beauty and the booty, and she don't feel like she got to respect me as a man. Once you find out under the booty and the beauty, you got to deal with a dysfunctional woman. You don't. It's not worth it after a while. Now, this is another reason for leveling down. Um, Women have discovered, as I mentioned, well, I already said that point, that women have discovered being with a man in the industry isn't always attractive to be. Another reason a lot of these industry women are leveling down is because they're not hot on the market anymore. Okay, Kelis is not that same Kelis when she first got in the industry. She's not that same Kelis. She done got older. She done aged. She's not that young Kelis where she could just get any man she wants anymore. Nor is Keisha Cole. Nor is these other women in the industry. They can't just go pick up any man they want anymore. They done got older. They not young and like they were once was. So their choice is going to be a little bit more limited. Also, another reason why a lot of women in the industry are leveling down is because sometimes less is more. Non-industry dudes are less complicated. Men that make regular money, men that make average money, they are way more easier to deal with. That's just the God's honest truth. I've met more humble, honestly, I met more humble-minded, respectful, polite, broke brothers than I have met polite, respectful, rich men. I've met some average guys that I can sit down and have a conversation with all day who don't make the money, but they have a very good intellectual foundation. They are very good to vibe with. I've met average guys who make average money that I would rather be in the company of 24 hours a day than a rich millionaire a-hole who's arrogant, stuck up, and has no respect for women, who does not value any women. I will go to Burger King with an average guy who knows how to talk to me and respect me first before I go on to freaking Ruth Chris with an arrogant millionaire who treats me like I'm a groupie. And guess what? A lot of women, this is the thing, guys. You can't look at it as a bad way because women are leveling down. Because guess what? These women are finding out going after these top-notch dudes is not all of what it's cracked up to be. This is what happens when you try to go after men and secure the bag. Once you get them, you find out, damn, all the stuff you got to deal with them. That's women are leveling down. It's not so much because that's one reason that they hit the wall. I'm not saying that's not a reason. One reason some women are leveling down is because they hit the wall. But the other reason they leveling down is because they have learned having all these high expectations. It comes with a lot that you're not ready to deal with. All of these women, oh, he got to be a millionaire. He got to have bank. He got to have, okay, when they get with them dudes, they find out it ain't all what it is. And they said, you know what? I got a new outlook on life. I'm not going after these millionaire guys no more. I'm just gonna get me an average guy. I don't care if he works at a pawn shop. I don't care if he's a vendor for Pepsi or Dr. Pepper. I'd rather get with a regular guy because I've dealt with these industry dudes. It's way more than what I thought. No different than if you're a man and you've been with all type of beautiful, attractive women. With all of the beautiful, attractive women you've been with, you find out all of them have some type of mental malfunction. So now you chose to deal with an average woman who's not as fine as the women you used to being with, but she brings you a certain type of peace that you have never been able to get from another woman. And guess what? That feels good. It feels good as a man when you meet a woman that can bring you something and offer you something that no other woman has ever offered you. And yeah, it's going to be people that's going to be like, man, was she not that good looking? She not that attractive. What happened to Kiki? You had you a baddie. How you went from Kiki to Paula? How you went from this beautiful woman who had a nice body and you want this average looking chick, because guess what? Your mindset has changed as you come older, or maturity comes with knowledge. You realize having a woman with a big behind and big titties is not all of what it's cracked up to be. You done had all of that. You realize there's a lot that comes with that. So you're not leveling down, you just changing your perspective. Bam, bam. That's the overall point I want to make. It's not about leveling down. It's about changing your perspective. So just because you see a woman go from a millionaire to average dude, she's not leveling down. Her mindset has changed. She realizes it's too much, that I can't handle that. That's too much for me to deal with. Same thing with a man. Just because he don't went from a beautiful black woman to an average looking black woman, he has not leveled down. His perspective has changed. He realizes it's not always about the sex. It's not always about how good she is in bed. I cannot connect with this woman. There's no chemistry. But with this average chick, there's chemistry. I could talk to her about anything. She makes me feel like a man. She makes me feel like I have value. This beautiful chick, on the other hand, she didn't make me feel like I was a man. She treated me like I was less than a man. If that makes any sense to anybody in here. Najimo says, I know a single mother that told her daughter to pick a man with some money. What did her daughter do? She picked a drug dealer, had his baby, and now he's in prison serving life for murder. And you know what? And I know you're not lying, because I work in a prison. I mean, I work in a jail. I see it all of the time. I see it all the time. That's why I told my daughter, don't always look at a guy who's wearing brand new Jordans. Don't always look at, if he walking a polo shirt or a Walmart shirt. If he wearing dirty shoes, 9 times out of 10, he's working. He has a job. And that's that. And black women, I fault us a lot for that, because we give our daughters the wrong perspective when it comes to men. You need you a ball. You need you somebody to secure the bag. And these young women, they go out there and that's what they look for, not realizing that just going after men with money, it brings you a lot of trouble. It brings you a lot of heartache in the long run. So I fault us as black men, as black women, that for teaching our daughters the wrong thing, because we shouldn't be teaching them that. Yes, it is important to have a man that has money that's going to provide, but that's the only thing you're going after. And you have to look at what kind of money he making. Why is he making 3,000 a week? Because he's probably doing all type of drug trafficking pounds and pounds of weed and marijuana and meth and stuff from state to state. And they end up in situations like Non-GMO just said. They end up getting knocked up by them kind of dudes. And then now they were a single mom, and you with a man with no money because he's locked up. That's something as black women we got to do better at. What's up, Rock L? How you doing, my Scorpio brother? Rael says the era of our great grandparents' generation is long gone and is never coming back. What we thought of as the so-called black community is no more. Every family for themselves. Better build wisely. Absolutely. I've been saying we have strayed away from that. We have strayed away from it because now the black community is no longer striving to build families. We're just having children. And that goes for black women and black men. We're not striving to be wives. We just want to be baby mamas. You got some men out there, they're not striving to be husbands. They want to be baby daddies. Now, my thing is, I can respect a man who says, I does not want to be married, and he don't have a bunch of kids from different women. If a man, his life is in order and he's in a good place and he says, I don't want to be married, I can respect that. But a man with 5, 6, 7, 8 children, and you around here talking about you don't want to be married, okay, so you just want to keep being somebody baby daddy. That makes you no better than the project chick who has 8, 9 baby daddies but don't want to try to be nobody wife. It's a lot of black you have these better brothers, not the alpha. You got these better brothers, and you got these low common denominator females. They both have the same type of mindset. And these are the ones that are constantly breeding these children. They're the ones that are breeding this new generation of confused children that are coming up. They're the ones that are doing it. It's not the ones out here who's trying to grind and be successful and not trying to knock up every, Kim, Kiki, and Nene, or trying to get knocked up by every Tom, Dick, and Daryl. It's already the ones that are in the struggle. It's already the ones that are uneducated. It's already the ones that are down on their luck that's constantly making these poor decisions. It's not the ones out here who trying to live right and make something of themselves. So exactly, there's no such thing as leveling down. You're not leveling down. Your mindset has changed. Yeah, once upon a time you thought that's what you wanted. But now that you're getting older, you realize, no, that's not what I want. That's not what I need right now. In the last 5 years, I have not met a black woman that does not have children. I can't concur with that. That's going to always be an ongoing issue because what has happened to a lot of black women, unfortunately, black women have, and I'm not going to say this about all black women. If it does not apply, you don't have to reply. But what has happened is black women, we have allowed our value to depreciate to the point to where no one is taking us seriously anymore. No one is taking us serious as far as trying to build and have a future with us and trying to make us wives. And it's not their fault, it's our fault. It's our fault why our value has depreciated, because we have not brought anything to the table that says I'm of value. I will be worthy to your life. What's going on with a lot of us as black women? We are bringing something to the table that says I'm going to be a burden to your life. I'm going to overwhelm your life. We coming to the table with a bunch of children from different men. We coming to the table with a lot of emotional issues from things that have transpired in our childhood that we never got counseling for. You have black women who are still healing from being child molested, sexually abused. You have a lot of black women who have daddy issues. They didn't have a father in the home. It's a lot of us. We're bringing more trouble. Then we're bringing more troubles and hardships. Then we're bringing something as far as bringing something that's going to actually help us build something for ourselves and our potential companion. And what has happened is because we have lost our value, um, now we are just taking anything now. We just have learned to just, I'm just going to be a baby mama. I don't have no other purpose. Ain't nobody gonna wife me. Who's gonna wife me? And I got 5, 6 kids from 5, 6 dudes. What's up, Matt V? Who's gonna wife me? Who's gonna pick up where the last men left off? Who's gonna take care of all of these responsibilities that I have created for myself? None. So this puts you in a position where you're stuck being a single mom. And this happens way more frequently in the black community. Many of these women are kids themselves with kids. Oh, yes. They identify with the child's logic, then with the man. That's what they call their sons, their little man. They would say their child becomes before any man. Definitely 100% facts. That's the biggest problem we have. Is too many young black women that are making grown women decisions. That's the biggest enemy right now. There's so many young women under the age of 18 becoming mothers at 15, 12, 14. These young women who have made grown woman decisions. The worst thing a woman can do is make grown woman decisions with a little girl mindset. And guess what? It ain't just women under 18. I know women that's over the age of 30 and still got the mindset of a 17-year-old. You got some grown women out here. Yes, what makes them grown is they have children. They have birth children. They may be built like women. They have bodies like women. But the problem is a lot of us as black women, our brains have not developed. like our tits and like our butts have. A lot of that is going on in the black community. And a lot of this comes from the fact that a lot of black women, we have made ourselves grown women ahead of our time. It's a lot of black women that have made themselves grown women at 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. If you listen to Kevin Samuel's channel, you'll hear females in their early 20s and women in their 30s, 40s who sound the damn same in terms of how they view life, sound like teenagers. I know women personally. What's up, TM Powell? I know women personally. I know personally who got the mindset of little girls. They do little girl things. They still dress like little girls. You 40, 45, and you dressing like you 25. Not accepting your age. Because you want to go back and pick up that youth that done passed you by. You can't go back and grab that youth. When you start having the children at the age of 15, 16, 17, and by the time you get in your 20s, now that child, you had that 15, 16 is what, probably 9, 10 years old. Now you want to run back out there and play catch up because now your child is old enough to make their own egg sandwich. You want to run back out there and play catch up. No, that has passed you by. Once you spoil yourself at a young age, once you spoil yourself at 15, 16, that little girlishness is gone. You cannot go back and grab it. It's done. You can't go back and try to grab it back when you're in your 20s, when you're in your 30s. It's gone. What's up, Nolan? And that's the problem with a lot of black women in the black community. Now, not all black women are doing it. You have some black women that are actually very picky. There's some black women who don't have children. You have some black women who don't want no children. They're trying to make their bread. They're trying to start their business. They don't want to deal with it because they see what too many other black women are struggling and going through to where they say, you know what? I don't want that for me. If that's how these other sisters out here want to rock, that's on them. I'm not trying to do that. Believe it or not, you have a lot of black women that are wising up and they're catching on like, oh, hell no. I do not want to go through what these other sisters are going. T.M. Powell says black women with no children here, including my sister and several cousins, and that's the truth. The problem is a lot of black women, or it's a lot of us out here who are trying to do the right thing, but we're being overshadowed by the ratchet chicks. We're being overshadowed, and the thing about it is, when black women, when we do come out and say, "Hey, I'm not like that. I'm not that one," you know what they say? You know what they say? When they say you are a black woman and you don't have any kids, you know what they say? They think you impotent. They think you don't have kids because you can't have kids. That's how bad it done got. Even black women who are making better decisions, they feel like we only making better decisions because we stuck with those decisions. That's how bad it done got. I've heard some dudes that say only black women who don't have kids are the ones who are incompetent, who can't have children. And I'm like, that is so far from the truth. There are some black women out here who are getting on birth control, who are waiting to get a husband before they get a baby daddy. But the ones who don't have children, we are still being told that something is wrong with you. It's a reason you don't have kids. Why you don't have no kids? Oh, you must be barren. You must be can't have children. Oh, so I got to be barren in order for you to believe that I'm wise, that I actually have enough common sense not to take myself through that. Saying I'm enjoying traveling, increasing my education, and will continue to do so until married. No wedding, no womb. And see, we have a sister in here, but guess what? Had she been in another chat room, had she been in one of those other male spaces and said that, they would have automatically ridiculed her for that. Because it's something about being a black woman, even when you're trying to do something different. Now they're saying, "Oh, you stuck up, you arrogant." You one of them bougie sisters. Oh, you one of them sisters who think because you got a degree, you better than everybody. When we're not saying we better than anybody, we're just saying, hey, I made a better decision compared to what these other black women out here are doing. That's what we're saying. Got nothing to do with my brother. I'm not trying to outshine you. I'm not trying to make you even acknowledge me. A lot of time, black women, when we speak our truth, it's not because we're trying to outshine y'all. We're trying to out. We're talking about these other sisters out here that are doing bad. We ain't trying to look for no standing ovation from y'all. We're not trying to stand out from above the crowd. But I honestly think any black woman that's on her shit and doing the right thing, we got every right to brag on it. You know why? Because you got so many ratchet ass females out here that's effing up the game for all of us. So guess what? If we all on our toes and we all on our game, we have to put it out there. We have to wave it like a big ass billboard because there's so many black women that are messing it up for everybody. You got a lot of ratchet, low common denominator, Section A, WIC voucher, collect child support, EBT, that's ruining it for the educated sisters. Why I can't brag about my accomplishments? I should be proud because a lot of black women can't do what I do. A lot of black women can't say what I can say. I can say I got one baby dad. All of them can't do that. I got a right to brag on that. Yes, I do. I got the right to pop my collar because ain't too many sisters can say that. Ain't too many sisters can say, oh, I know who my baby daddy is. Oh, I got my own house and Section A ain't paying for it. A lot of us can say we come from a two-parent home. A lot of us can't say that. And as a black woman, a lot of the reason why we have to put it out there, we have to put our accomplishments out there is because if we don't, we're already going to be looked at right before we even say anything that, okay, here's a black woman, something going to be wrong with her. She either got 3, 4 baby daddies. She either don't even have a GED, dropped out of high school at 16. We have to put our accomplishments out there because other than that, we're not going to be noticed. We're going to be looked at just like the other ratchet sisters. Now, I will agree, there are some black women who do overdo it. They got let every brother they meet. Oh, I got my own car, I got my own house, I got my own this, I got my own that. Yeah, we do have the tendency to overdo it. That's not good either. But at the same time, it's a lot of black women that don't have the privilege to say they made the right decision. So I can't speak for all black women, but I feel good about myself as a black woman, knowing that I've done things that a lot of sisters say they can't do. And to a black man who already has a negative perception about black women, if I talk about my accomplishments, in his mind, he gonna already feel I think I'm the shit. I think I'm all this, I think I'm all that. Why I shouldn't? Because there's so many other sisters out here who fail, who let life fail them. I can't be proud of my accomplishments. Just like I feel like a black man that's successful, he has every right to brag on that because you know how many guys I deal with, how many men I deal with in the jail, in the prison system that done failed themselves and done failed their lives, who done messed their lives up. A lot of black men could have fell prey to that. But guess what? It's a lot of black men out here who didn't. Some black men who never been to jail in their life, who don't have a criminal record, who decided I'm not going to do what I see other black men do. Yes, I grew up in the hood. Yes, I saw brothers selling drugs and making money off a living. No, I'm a struggle and do it the right way and come up on my own, even though I may struggle. And if he's a black man who's done that, he got every right to brag about his accomplishments and how he made it. And it didn't take him having to resort to what they do in the hood for him to be successful. I commend black men for that as well. Because from what I see going on in the system, these same men who come in and out of the jails, they never learn their lesson because they don't become institutionalized. It's a big accomplishment as a black man just to not have a criminal record. That's an accomplishment in itself. Absolutely. Oh, of course not. If anything, they get a standing ovation. But what's starting to happen is women of other races, their ratchetness is coming out. Like you got all these all the Kardashians, all these women of other races, their ratchetness is slowly but surely being exposed. Scottie Pippen, ex-wife, beautiful ex-wife, Her ratchetness done come out. Then we got Dr. Dre's wife, who's trying to sue him for millions that she's most likely not going to be getting, because all this time Dr. Dre did have a prenup, which I personally couldn't see him being that dumb, not having a prenup. I said, I know Dr. Dre, come on. He's a rich, mega millionaire black man, and he's not going to have no prenup with this snow bunny. So I don't know how that's going to happen for her, but he has a prenup. She thought he ripped it up. She thought he ripped up a prenup. I don't know if he made a copy of it. I don't know what he did, but um, there's a prenup, so she's not going to get all the millions like she thought. And then their children are grown, so she's not going to get any child support. And she's a lawyer. Oh, the trust and believe brothers are finding out they not no safer with these snow bunnies than they are with us. Hello. Ah, yeah, it's definitely it's I can't disagree with that. The black single motherhood, we are number one in first place as far as gender wise with having the most single parent households. So I can't argue that. The proof is in the pudding. A lot of black women are still not making good decisions. Can't argue it. I can't even justify it. I know you won't raw L. Nolan, yeah. I kind of felt like it didn't sound right to me when I was told he didn't do a prenup. I'm like, come on now, Dr. Dre, a black man of millions, he's not gonna do a prenup. But then again, you never know, because some of these guys they get with certain women, they get soft and they don't protect themselves. But Dr. Dre, he did. I will give him props for that. He worked for that one. I'm glad he did, because she would have wiped him to the cleaners. She'd have wiped him to the cleaners. Now she's trying to sit up here and say he deceived her and assigning and all that. Girl, bye. You a lawyer. You are a freaking lawyer. How you didn't make sure that prenup was valid? Dr. Dre is not the simp. He's the pimp of the year. Pimp of the Year award. I got to give Dr. Dre that. He is the certified pimp of the year. Snow bunnies aren't getting knocked up by drive by dick. Well, I can concur with that. That's true. They all being a little wiser than black women are. I will say that to a big degree. They making sure if they get knocked up, they get knocked up by men who really can be an asset to their life, you know. But what's starting to go on though is that a lot of these brothers, they not underestimating these snow bunnies. That's why Dr. Dre, even with his beautiful white wife, he ain't trusted her either. And I'm glad that he didn't give her a pass just because of the color of her skin, thinking that, oh, my snow bunny will never burn me. My snow bunny will never try to come after me. Dr. Dre used his wisdom and realize at the end of the day, a woman is a woman. She can still burn me. I don't care what color she is. And that's the way you gentlemen have to look at it. Stop giving certain women a pass because they look good or because they light skin with long hair and all this other stuff. A woman is a woman. She gets mad, and especially when greed sets in and she feel like she could benefit, you got to put all of that to the side. A lot of these snow bunnies, they want money too. They want bread too. They're not about to get with you. And then I think that's one thing about snow bunnies. They not about to pick up somebody who don't have nothing. A sister will try to pick up somebody who don't have nothing and build with him first before a snow bunny does. Snow bunny, she gonna make sure he already well established. Now, black women, on the other hand, we try to pick up somebody who we feel like is on our same level of struggle so we can build. But what usually tends to happen is when we pick up guys on our level of struggle, they don't build with us. In some cases, they take from us the little bit that we have, and then we stay at rock bottom. So, Is that, and then on the other hand, it's just straight desperation, like what Nicki Minaj doing. That's straight desperation, straight desperation. I don't care if you're a millionaire. You can be a millionaire and make Section 8 decisions. You can make project chick decisions. You can make low income housing chick decisions. Don't mean nothing because you're a millionaire. I know plenty of women with money who have made some low budget ass decisions. That what Nicki Minaj did, she made a low budget decision. And it's always, and it's the sisters up there caping for her. They congratulating her on her pregnancy, making her think it's acceptable that she done got knocked up by pedophile Pookie, knowing what her brother done went through, knowing how her brother's pedophile criminal history, seeing how that has affected him, and yet she decides to go get knocked up from a guy who has committed the same offense. Now the difference is this guy that she got knocked up from, he committed it years ago. He was like 15, 16, he is in his 40s now, but he's a registered sex offender. And now this is the new thing. She's pregnant. Y'all should already know that by now. She doesn't have long. Now he has to find out through the judge if he can be present during her birth. This is already starting off bad. Your baby daddy, your husband, got to find out from the judge if he can even be a part of your birth in an event that you have the baby after hours after his curfew. And you know what? I hope that judge do not spare him because he's with Nicki Minaj. I hope that judge will still tell him, no, you are a registered sex offender. You don't get no special privileges because you are with Nicki Minaj. And that judge very well might do that. And I hope he does. I hope he's not one of them judges that could easily be persuaded and manipulated into some money, because Nicki needs to find out this is what you signed up for. Why you think because you Nikki, you got this power and this pull where you can get the judge to extend certain privileges for him? I hope she finds out just what the hell she signed up for. And the only way she's going to find out that is that they cannot extend any special privileges for her because she Nicki Minaj. So far, the law's not doing that. They're not allowing him to get a pass. That's why you have not seen him on social media posting pictures and stuff like that. Registered sex offender got a lot of strict policies and rules and regulations. That's why even though the maternity pictures she done took, you notice he's not in any of them. He can't be seen all kind of way right now. He's basically has to walk a fine line. He can't do all that anymore. But anyway, I'm getting off the subject. Going back to why industry tricks are leveling down. All struggles aren't really struggles. Just because a woman went from a millionaire to a guy that works paycheck to paycheck, again, that may not really be a struggle for her. Because she's been with a man with money, and maybe she was smart enough to save up money. I know with Kelis, the reason how come Kelis is getting over in a sense being with the photography dude is because Nas is already paying Kelis a large allotment every month. I think Kelis gets 8,000, 10,000. So this is what tends to happen. You have some women, they will get with men that's on a high level of high value, who make a lot of money, like Nas. And when a divorce or a relationship goes sour, they get a large allotment. They still ain't got the struggle with the struggle dude, because it was the dude who was on a high level who still contributed. This is why Kelis is still having babies and stuff. Her and Nas have been divorced, what, every been 5, 6 years now. Kelis is still having children from this photographer guy who don't make the money she used to make, and none of that. The new photographer guy is living in a new house with her that Nas done paid for with all the allotments. This is another reason that some women level down, because the dude that they leveled up with is still paying. That dude is still paying. A lot of women do that. They get with the king of the crop, get money from him, put him in a situation where he's tired to having to always financially be obligated. So when the new broker joker comes along, or the new struggle strap dude comes along, guess what? He can get away with offering pennies because she's already all set. So in y'all mind, Kelis ain't struggling like that. Y'all got to remember, Nas is still contributing. So she's not feeling the struggle of this new man. She's not feeling the struggle. She's not going to. How she's going to feel it when Nas is giving her $8,000 to $10,000? So this man can get away with doing little free hand work, taking pictures on the corner and all that. Nas is taking care of her until that son of theirs is 18 years old. So that's another thing. Another reason why a lot of women are leveling down. Some women aren't hitting the wall. They have matured and find out there's more to life than fame. Like I said, in some cases, yes, a woman has hit the wall. I'll say in a lot of cases, a woman has hit the wall. In other cases, it's not so much that she hit the wall. She just has matured. She realized her mindset is different now. Yeah, she used to go after men with money, but after seeing how it backfired, now she realizes going after men with money is not necessarily a good thing. Now she's dealing with regular guys. She just wants a guy who wants to love her for her, be with her for her, wants the family, wants to build something. It's not always about money. Same thing. Like you got some men. You have gone through that prime where you just love banging chicks. That was your thing. You was trying to get all the sex you can get. You was not trying to be nobody's husband. You was not trying to lock and tie nobody down. Now that you're a grown man, you're getting older, your mindset has changed. Maybe now you're ready to be somebody's husband. You done had all the punani. You done had all the fun. You done did all that wild stuff. That doesn't interest you anymore. Or you may be a man, you enjoy being a bachelor. And there's nothing wrong with that too. Even with your bachelorism, even though you're not married, you're not that same man you once was when you was 2021. You're not wilding out and banging all kind of chicks and stuff because now that you're older, you realize it's too much that comes with that. You get chicks that get possessive of you. You get chicks that intentionally get pregnant from you. You finding out that's not something you want to deal with. It's not that you level down. Your mindset has changed. Um, and that's what it boils down to. Just comes a point when your mindset changes. It's not about leveling down, like, oh, I done went from this millionaire to this paycheck to paycheck guy, or I done been with this good looking man, now I'm with an average man. I was with a man who made a lot of money, now I'm with a man who doesn't make that much money. It's just that your life, your mindset has changed. You don't look at love the same way you used to look at love. Now you finding out what's important to you. You finding out looks and everything. You finding out money and everything. Same thing with you men. You find out sex ain't everything. If she can't mentally or intellectually stimulate you, if she's only good at sexing you, even after a while, that's going to get stale. After a while, that's going to get boring. That's going to get dry. She can't contribute. She can't help you start a business. She can't help you build a family, a legacy. What good is she? Other than the bedroom? What else can she deliver? What else can she contribute? So it's not always about leveling down. It's about humbling yourself and you realize you was aiming too high. Some of us, we just aim way too high. You want this kind of woman. You want this kind of man. Then when you get it, you realize, damn, this way too much. I'm better off with sticking with something else more simple, something else less complicated, something else less difficult. So that's what it boils down to. That's my overall point, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes you got to find your own happiness, and sometimes you're not going to find your happiness as a woman. You're not going to necessarily find your happiness through a millionaire man. You may find your happiness through a man who drives trucks for a living, who drives school buses. That may be your happiness. Why you thinking it's going to be a guy who's an athlete or a rapper? Not necessarily. Same thing being a man. You're not going to necessarily find your happiness from a woman who's fine and looks good. That may be part of it, but after a while, you're going to want a woman that can actually be there for you, has got a good head on her shoulders, that can handle business. You can depend on her. She got your back. She dedicated. She's loyal to you. After a while, you find out what's really valuable. What's up, poetic cows? How you doing, boo? And of course, you had to catch me when I'm getting ready to end my video. But that's fine for everybody who's coming in. I'm going to leave this video up for those of you to play it back or whatever in case you missed my whole live stream. But I'm going to get ready to shut it down. Today's my flea market day. Hey, I'm a bargain shopper. I be at the flea market like I'm at Neiman Marcus. Okay, I love the flea market. I get everything there for little or nothing. So anyway, that's why I'm going to be heading at. So again, I appreciate all of y'all for hanging out with me today on my chat. Again, for anybody who's interested in cable, if you want a cheaper cable alternative, I have my own cable app with 10,000 channels. You only pay $26 a month. Plus, you get free pay-per-view events and local news channels. It's only 26 a month, but you need a Fire Stick from Amazon and you need high-speed internet. If you have both of those things, I can connect your cable today. Those of you who are interested in getting cable, I will leave my information here. So you can email me at cafedayparis79 at yahoo.com. Or those of you who would like for me to talk about different topics and different things that I have not addressed that you would like to get my opinion on, you can also email me at cafedayparis79 at yahoo.com. For those who want to contribute in my brand, who wants to keep seeing my channel grow and elevate, you're more than welcome to cash at me at Diamond Girl. No amount is too big or too small. $1, $2, guess what? Any blessing is a blessing. Also, this content has been brought to you by the Anti-Fuckery Zone, promoting knowledge, not garbage. We aim to build the Black community, not demolish it. Anything I said in this content today, if it does not apply, you don't have to reply. This content is not in reference to all Black men or all Black women. So before you start leaving ugly, hateful comments, just realize I was not referring to everyone, only for who needed it. If the shoe fits, wear it. It's as simple as that. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell so you do not miss out on any new content, anything that I upload. So anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. This is your girl, your diva in knowledge, Lady Mocha. Remember, I'm going to always pour you a cup of truth and I'm going to always bake you off a slice of knowledge. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. Be blessed.